everybody, it's Mama G here. I hope you are having an absolutely gorgeous Monday. I am very excited to be here with the lovely people at Redbridge Libraries as we are celebrating National Libraries Week. Now, some of you might remember me from last year's Libraries Week when I ambushed the Rhymetimes at your gorgeous libraries and told my special brand of stories and songs all about being who you are and loving who you want. Well, I had such a gorgeous time that I insisted that I pop up throughout this year's National Libraries Week for you lovely folk all the way there in Redbridge. Now, this year's Libraries Week is going to be a little bit different, of course, because it's all going to be online. So keep your eyes on Redbridge Libraries' social media, their Facebook and their Twitter, and you can keep up to date with everything that is happening because they have an absolutely fantastic week of activities planned for you, culminating, of course, on the 10th of October with the grand finale, which is the fabulous Fabula Festival, and they have all sorts of exciting things planned. There's going to be different activities throughout the week that you can get involved with online. There's going to be storytelling, there's going to be song singing, there's going to be creative coding, there's going to be virtual adventures you can go on, and there's even going to be a spot of meditation. Just like that, you see. But of course, I'm sure that they'll do it a lot better than I can. I might even join in because I don't know if you can tell, but I could do with calming down sometimes. I get very excited, especially when I'm beaming to you in Redbridge. So don't forget to make sure you don't miss a thing. Make sure you're following Redbridge Libraries on Facebook and Twitter. And also, whilst you're there, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Mama G Stories. Now, each day this week is going to be very different because the libraries want to make sure that you know exactly how exciting and wonderful events at the library can be. So each day is going to be very wonderful and very different. So keep an eye on their social medias to find out what's going on. But before we go any further, I think it might be time for a story. Do you want to hear a story before I go? Here we go. This story is all about Eunice the horse. Eunice the horse? Well, that's a silly sounding name for a horse, isn't it? Well, it hardly canters off the tongue like Bugs Bunny, or Mickey Mouse, or Ryan Reynolds, or... If we could just pause, please, for a moment's reflection on Ryan Reynolds. But Eunice the horse? Oh, come on, what a silly sounding name. And Eunice thought so too. You see, Eunice knew she wasn't a horse. Well, Eunice was a horse. She had been born a horse, and she had horse parents. And on the Happy Hill farm, she lived in a field full of other horses. Oh, and I should tell you, the Happy Hill farm was run by a very famous farmer. Yes, it was. I mean, probably the most famous farmer of them all. You might even have heard of him. Old MacDonald. Yes, and he was so famous, there's even a song about him. So you'll never guess what we're about to sing. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a horse, E-I-E-I-O. With a neigh-neigh here and a neigh-neigh there, here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh-neigh. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. But the only problem was that Eunice knew she wasn't a horse. Eunice used to watch the other horses jumping over fences, and she thought, oh no, I'm not going to jump. Not until I can fly. And Eunice used to watch the other horses trotting around the field, and she thought, oh no, I'm not going to trot. They kick up dust, and I'd much rather kick up magic. And everywhere that Eunice stepped in her field, she saw horse poop. Oh, and she thought, oh no, I'm not going to poop. Not until I can poop glitter. You see, Eunice knew she wasn't a horse. But the problem is that Eunice didn't know what she was supposed to be. And this made Eunice very, very sad. Well, one day, Eunice's best friend, Hortense the horse, now that is a good name for a horse. Well, one day, Hortense decided to intervene. Eunice, she said, there's a whole world out there, and I think it's time for you to explore it. So, Eunice took a leap of faith and jumped over the fence with Hortense. The two horses had barely landed when Hortense saw her best friend trotting off to investigate some large, pink, round objects that were playing in the mud. Now, at this point, I do need to introduce you to somebody rather important. I want you all to say a very big hello to Eunice, the horse! Oh, everyone say hello, Eunice. Hello, that's it, wave, darling, lovely. Now, Eunice is going to investigate something that's pink, round, likes playing in the mud, and lives on a farm. Who thinks they might know what that is? Any ideas? Oh, well, there's only one way to find out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink oink here and a oink oink there, here a oink, there a oink, everywhere a oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So the two horses went into the pig's field and did what pigs do. They rolled around in the mud, they oinked and grunted, and they ate everything that was thrown at them. Well, eventually, Eunice realised that being dirty all the time really wasn't for her. You see, Eunice knew she wasn't a horse, but now she knew she wasn't a pig either. So the two horses went to the next field. Now, in the next field was something much bigger than a pig, quite often black and white, and might even help us with our breakfast, unless we're vegan. So who thinks they might know what that is? Well, there's only one way to find out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So the two horses went into the cow's field and did what cows do. They sat down when they thought it was going to rain. They ate all the grass and they farted so much they thought they were going to destroy the planet. Well, eventually, Eunice realised that eating so much grass you have to fart all the time really wasn't for her. You see, Eunice knew she wasn't a horse, but now she knew she wasn't a cow either. So the two horses went to the next field. Now, in the next field was something smaller than a cow, quite woolly, and might even help us stay warm in the winter. Again, unless we're vegan. Who thinks they might know what that is? Well, there's only one way to find out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O, With a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So the two horses went into the sheep's field and did what sheep do. They got herded into another field by a dog. They blindly followed the other sheep around, and they panicked every time they smelled mint. Well, eventually, Eunice realised that she was far too independent to be a sheep. You see, Eunice knew she wasn't a horse, but now she knew she wasn't a sheep either. And that night, Eunice cried herself to sleep. But that night, the sky was full of millions of stars, and that night, the northern star shone the brightest and cast a magical spell over Eunice and her friends. That night, Eunice's life changed forever. When she woke up, she felt different. She knew what she was supposed to be. She tried to wake up Hortense. What is it? Hortense, I know what I'm supposed to be, but I need your help to make the changes. Now, the first thing that Eunice needed was to be able to poop glitter and rainbows. So the two horses galloped down to the farmhouse. Hortense did some reconnaissance to make sure that nobody was watching. And when she got the all clear, Eunice knocked the front door down and ransacked the house until she found the arts and crafts supplies. Well, Hortense was a little bit surprised to see her best friend eating glitter like it was the finest hay, but she knew not to question someone following their dreams. Now, the second thing that Eunice needed was to be able to fly. Well, the two horses caused havoc in the chicken pen, plucking the birds of their feathers. Hortense was a little bit surprised to see her best friend sticking feathers to her back with glue from the farmhouse, but she knew not to question someone following their dreams. And the last thing that Eunice needed was a horn. But where was she going to get one of those? They looked all over the farm, but they couldn't see a rhinoceros or an antelope or a bison anywhere. Could this be the end of Eunice's dream? And then Hortense realised. Turn that glue stick upside down. Well, even though it was her idea, Hortense was still a little bit surprised to see her best friend sticking a glue stick to her forehead, but she knew not to question someone following their dreams. Now, the transformation was complete. Who thinks they might know what Eunice has transformed into? Well, there's only one way to find out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a unicorn, E-I-E-I-O. With a wow-wow here and a wow-wow there, here a wow, there a wow, everywhere a wow-wow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Eunice the unicorn? Now that sounds right. Eunice the unicorn flew around the farm. The pigs oinked, the cows mooed, the sheep baaed, and the chickens. The chickens were proud to have helped someone become fabulous, and proud to have helped someone become who they were supposed to be. You see, Eunice knew she wasn't a horse, because Eunice was a unicorn. And from that day, Eunice the unicorn never looked back. Well, apart from when she farted glitter. But that's always worth looking back at. The end. Everyone say goodbye, Eunice. Bye. Oh, lovely. Well, thank you for joining me to celebrate the start of National Libraries Week here in Redbridge Libraries. I will be joining you at various points throughout the week, and I will also be there to start you off with your fabulous festival on Saturday. But before I go, I do like to end my sessions, you see, with a little song. A song about what makes you happy, because the thing that makes you happiest is the thing that makes you you. And the thing that makes me happiest is getting to be a pantomime dame and tell you all stories. So I like to end my sessions with my version of If You're Happy and You Know It. You'll definitely know the first verse because it's just clapping your hands, and then it takes its little Mama G twist, you see. So don't get too comfortable, but you can definitely join in with the actions, and I will see you all later on in the week. Here we go. Let's see you all dancing. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're tired of wearing hats, then wear a wig. Woo, woo. If you're tired of wearing hats, then wear a wig. Woo, woo. If you're tired of wearing hats, I can help you out with that. If you're tired of wearing hats, then wear a wig. Woo, woo. If sequins are your style, then shimmy and shake. Ooh. If sequins are your style, then shimmy and shake. Ooh. If sequins are your style, and they really make you smile. If sequins are your style, then shimmy and shake. Ooh! If you're good at telling jokes, then have a laugh. Ah, 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 ah. If you're good at telling jokes, then have a laugh. Ah, 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 ah. If you're good at telling jokes, better than the other folks. If you're good at telling jokes, then have a laugh. Ah, 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 ah. If you're feeling fabulous, then shout, I am, I am. If you're feeling fabulous, then shout, I am, I am. If you're feeling fabulous, just like the rest of us. If you're feeling fabulous, then shout, I am, I am. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and I will see you later on in the week. Bye for now. It's story time with Mama G. Come and hear a story with me. Love who you want to be, who you are. Learn these lessons and we'll go far. It's story time. Story time.